Before going to get tested, for the first time when we met, when he was telling me that he had gonorrhea, the statement that he made that made me so much annoyed. He told me, maybe that's why your husband left you, because you are having so many men and you are bringing him diseases. That's why he decided to leave you. So I just told, after I confirmed myself 3 times in different hospitals, and I was found to be clean, I was okay. Then I just said, there is no need of wasting time with this man. He would rather go back to his wife. So after 1 month, he started looking for me. But I just told him, you know what? I've moved on with my life. You forget about me. I don't want to see you near me. Then he started looking for me thoroughly. Looking for me where I used to work, going to my workplace, tracing me. Then I shifted. Actually, after that incident happened, I moved. I got another job. Then now, at least now it was well paying. Then I moved to a better house now. So he could trace me wherever I moved to, trying to call and disturbing me with a lot of calls. Then I just told him no. I used to sleep with a lot of men and infected my ex-husband with diseases. So why are you looking for me? Can you just go to your holy wife? I just became mad and used his words against him. Then he was like, no, let us just meet and talk, I just said that. Now, when we met and we were trying to solve the issue, he told me that I just said that just to confirm if you have a boyfriend or what. I was not serious about it. It was just a comment. How can you just comment something like that? Uh, Those accusations are not good. Hmm? So I told him, no, it can't work between us. I don't want to move in with you. Then you'll be having something at the back of your mind that maybe this woman, maybe this woman. Now we are two. Anything can happen between us. Anything can happen. I don't want that scenario whereby who could have brought this disease, who could have done this. I don't want that. Just move on with their life. When he saw that I was very tough on that, and I had decided to just start my life without him, that's when he involved his mother and sister to try help him talk to me so that I could not leave him. He cried a lot. He told his people that if I cannot get married to him, he would kill himself. I don't know. He cannot survive.
How old was this man?
At that
Age
time he was
bracket.
about 45. He was about 45.
And you were about what? How old?
30, 30 or
Okay.
31.
So there was like 10 years age difference.
Yeah.
So he involved his mother and sister. And so you
Yeah.
agreed to
Now the
relent.
pressure now was too much because I could use now his what the statement he made just to make him stay away from me.
Yeah.
But now his sister had to plead with me, talk to me, try to make me understand him, just calm down. Yeah. So in that process, that begging process, that, oh no, don't leave me, don't leave me, I think he got so much confused that he never remembered to secure his messages, like put them or delete them. Then that's when the woman now found those messages
Mm.
and said, "Oh, this one is begging a lady who is even ready to marry her now."
Mm.
Yeah, that's how I got married. It's not that I really wanted to get married to him.
Mm.
I wanted to leave him, but now leaving him, that begging came with the marriage.
Mm.
Like, I cannot leave you now. I cannot date you now. I just have to marry you.
Mm.
Yeah.
So then you got married.
Yeah. So I got married.
Mm.
We lived. He was not a bad man. Let me say, he's not a nagging man,
Mm.
but I was not just comfortable when the other woman could control this marriage.
Mm.
Yeah, I should respect her, of which I did. I never interfered with anything of theirs,
Mm.
like calling those wee hours. I never did that.
Mm.
Even if she used to send me messages or what, I never used to reply back.
Mm.
I remained just respectful.
Mm.
So I didn't like the beat part of it. I don't know if she saw that I was fearful or something.
Mm.
Maybe the respect I gave,
Mm.
she thought I was afraid
Of
or
her.
something.
Mm.
Yeah, so taking advantage of that,
Mm.
that even when I'm with this man, having my time with him,
Mm.
and then you just call, you ask him to come, and the man, a number of times, like 2 times, I got so much annoyed. You are with a man, you are having fun with him, and then he receives a call,
Mm.
and then he just stands and leaves.
Yeah.
You are in the middle of your happiness, and a phone rings. Can you just spare this time? How long are you going to take there anyway?
Mm.
And then you just insist on picking up this call. It was too much for me. I
Mm.
could not bear that. I
Mm.
think those are the that just um, steered my mind
Mm.
or opened my eyes. I thought that I was in a wrong place.
How was his relationship with your children?
It wasn't bad, but I was not comfortable the way he related with my son.
Mm.
Yeah. Mm, I raised the issue, but he was talked to,
Mm.
and I saw it reducing, although because I could see he loved my daughter more than my son. That
Mm.
was the truth.
Mm.
He loved my daughter more than they could bond so well with my daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now when my son, is a very jumpy boy, and he loves, now when you're seated, he just wants to come sit on you, just get you busy. And
Mm.
I could see him just pushing him away,
Mm.
until my son could feel like he's not loved.
Mm.
Yeah, so I was not comfortable with that.
Yeah.
And then now I called his mother.
Mm.
When it was too much for me, I called his mother. He told his mother about the incidents that I had seen.
Mm.
But I think the mother called him and talked to him. He was angry, of course, because he was telling me, why do you have to expose me on this? Why can't we talk about it?
Mm.
Yeah. But then by the time I was moving out of the house,
Mm.
at least he had started embracing my son well.
Mm.
Yeah.
So then, if he had started embracing your son, he was a good man. He at least doing his part of the begging. Why did you decide to move out of the house?
The begging happened before marriage, not after marriage.
Yeah.
Yes.
After
That
marriage.
begging. Mm-mm.
Mm.
By the time I was leaving the house, a lot of things happened.
Mm.
It was a very short period of marriage, but with a lot of dramas in it. You know, sometimes I could call him, "Are you coming home?" Takes 3 days without responding to my call. You try to ask him, "Send us some money. We don't have food in the house." He will not respond. He keeps telling you, "I don't have money, I don't have money, I don't have money," you know. I'm not telling him to give me everything in the house. I do a lot in this house. But at least, and in fact, I don't even ask for money. When I ask you for money, I've really reached the corner. Yeah. So, you see, his heart is just so far from you. Even when he comes in the house, like, he just wants to come, go straight to the bedroom, start sleeping. You take him food there, he eats, goes to sleep. You call him to the sitting room to eat, he's just quiet, he doesn't talk with you, he doesn't engage you in a conversation, you know, he just goes to sleep. So I thought his heart was so far away from us.
So also,
Reason,
yeah.
the reason, um, I kept telling him
You kept?
when he goes to the other side, telling him about the balancing the timetable. Yeah, it was just because of my children. Leave alone me. The children could ask me, "Where is daddy? Where is daddy? Where is daddy?" He comes, sometimes he could come from work, eat and go, you know. So the children keeps asking you, "Where is daddy? Where is daddy?" So I kept telling him, "Please, can you balance your timetable? When you're taking 5 days there, come take 2 days this side, you know." But it's like he didn't like that.
So this marriage was being regulated from two different places, from the
Mm-hmm.
wife and from the mother. The mother wanting him to stay with you, the wife pulling him away from you. So
And he has to do what the wife
which,
says.
which was your part in this marriage?
I, I don't know. I didn't have a part in that. Actually, I didn't. I didn't.
So at what
And
point?
you know,
Uh,
uh-huh, in the middle of everything, I don't know. Some things happened that we could not agree upon. You know, around now I moved out in 2022 December. So in 2022 March, we had planned that he goes pay my dowry. Although he was not to go to my home because he had not gone to that
right.
other woman's home and did the traditional things, but he had sent people there. So he was to send people to my home, at least to introduce themselves, say that we are the people who have your daughter and all that. So we were planning that. The lady um, who made me know this man, that lady friend of mine, organized goons, let me say goons, gangsters, to come and destroy the ceremony.
Why? This lady is a friend of yours.
We used to live in the same apartment with her, and there was a time I had some business. I used to sell chapatis, mandazis, the food stuff. So she used to be my customer. So that's how we came to be friends.
So how did
So
she
it's
organize goons to destroy?
when we went home, I went to this my husband's home, so that we could plan some things then before proceeding to my home. So some people went to my home,
Mm.
to my grandmother's place,
Mm.
to ask for the direction to my dad's home now.
Mm.
They tricked my grandmother that they were my friends. We lived with them in Nairobi, and that I had invited them for the ceremony. So my
Mm.
grandmother willingly just gave them the direction.
Mm.
So the following day, on a Wednesday morning, they came to my husband's home and said that, sorry, they had been sent by my ex-husband
Mm.
to come and kill this man now,
Gosh.
my current husband. My husband was so mad.
Mm.
He was so mad at me that even when I tried to talk to him, he could just throw hands at me.
How did you
You
know
know,
it's that lady who arranged this?
the investigation was done
By who?
by the
Police?
DCIs.
Ah.
The DCIs, yeah.
Uh-huh.
We reported the matter.
Mm.
So these men who came to inform my husband that they had been sent by my ex-husband,
Mm.
fortunate enough, we took their phone numbers.
Mm.
So through those phone numbers, after the ceremony had, okay, anyway, it went through
Mm.
and they came back. There was nothing. No one threatened them. So when we came back to Nairobi,
Mm.
we reported the issue. We gave the phone numbers. So the DCIs, they went to Safaricom for permission. So they tracked this number, whoever was in touch with them, whoever okay. So my phone, I gave out my phone number, and my husband also gave his phone number. So they were tracked.
Mm.
All my contacts, the people I talk to, and all his contacts, the people he talks to.
Mm.
So this number that we took from these guys who came to his home, also we gave the numbers and other numbers that were calling us, threatening us about that ceremony. We
Mm.
also gave those numbers, so they were tracked to
Mm.
see the connection,
Mm.
who maybe from my side or from his side, whoever could be in touch with these guys.
Mm.
So that's how it was found that this lady was the master planner. So they were arrested. The whole team that was involved
Mm.
was arrested.
And who had
Yeah.
sent this lady? Why did she decide to do that?
She gave a very lame excuse
Mm.
that she was jealous of me, that I'm her friend and I didn't invite her for the ceremony.
Is that so?
It was not enough.
Mm.
There had to be something more
Yeah.
behind it.
Mm.
Yeah. So, whatever hurt me most,
Mm.
when these guys said that it was my ex-husband who was planning this, and I told this guy that however bad he was, he
Mm.
cannot do such a thing. I know
Mm.
his limit.
Mm.
Somebody bad can be bad, but there is something somebody cannot do.
Mm.
So he insisted that, oh, I've been talking with him, and when this guy will be arrested, he will ensure that he rots in jail. Now, when this lady was arrested,
Mm.
immediately
Mm.
he released her.
Is it?
Why could he not let this lady rot in jail?
Mm. What excuse did he have to release her?
He said that they both said that they're like a family. They are people who were raised from childhood. They were raised together. They're now like a family. So this issue to be resolved to be solved as a family. Yeah. So I told him, you said if it was my ex-husband, he will rot in jail. Now this one, why
Mm.
can't she rot in jail?
Mm.
That is the thing that angered me most.
Mm.
So I said, maybe here there is something hidden
Yeah.
that I still don't know.
Mm.
Yeah. So after that, this guy was, I don't know if it was guilt or what, but his heart was just not with me anymore.
Mm.
Yeah. So from that, from that point we never lived happily as before.
Mm.
Yeah. I could force him. I could just force him with a lot of things, like come home, you force him. I want to see you. It's like you're just begging to see your own husband. So he
Mm.
said, I think I'm making a mistake because he used to complain a lot of things that he used to complain about the other wife
Mm.
that made him run away. Now that is where he is, and you see him so happy there. Then I said, okay. At that time, they were angry at
Mm.
each other. So he wanted to heal, and probably he has healed and gone back. There is no way I can ever win his heart.
In the course of
Let
your
me
marriage,
leave it.
in the course of
Mhm.
your marriage, you got pregnant.
Yeah, actually, that was in 2021.
Mm.
2021, I got pregnant, but I miscarried in August. I think
Mm.
it was 2 months old.
Mm.
Yeah, it was an ectopic pregnancy.
Mm.
Yeah, so I went for the surgery. Some things are just so hard to swallow.
Mm.
When I went for the surgery, can you believe that that man left me in the hospital?
Mm.
Um, okay, we went with him because I had just finished preparing breakfast. So he took me to the hospital at around 10. So he left the hospital at around 1 p.m. He was going for a family gathering.
Mm.
And my surgery was done at 3 p.m. So he came, he saw me after the surgery, he saw me for a few minutes and rushed home.
Mm.
So I thought he was going to my house because the way we had left children,
Mm.
there was just that breakfast. We didn't even leave lunch,
Mm.
and there was no shopping at home.
Mm.
So I thought he was going home to see how the babies would be and so forth. But he didn't go to my house.
Mm.
He went to the other side.
Mm.
So I expected to see him on a Monday.
Mm.
He told me that he was going to work. He will see me in the evening.
Mm.
Evening came. I called him, before you come to the hospital, please pass by home, see those children. We
Mm.
didn't leave anything for them.
Mm.
So he told me that he got an emergency call that there was a, I don't know, water issue in that area where he used to live, where he lives now. So he was going to sort out some water issues, then he would be coming back. He
He
didn't
didn't
come.
come.
He didn't even send money for these children. He didn't even come to the hospital. Now, on a Tuesday morning,
Mm.
they came to see me at the hospital with that lady,
With the wife.
that other wife.
Mm.
They came to see me for about 30 minutes.
Mm.
Then they left.
Mm.
I saw him again on Wednesday
Yeah.
when I was being discharged.
Mm.
So, Wednesday, we went home. He slept there. And on Thursday, he went.
Mm.
Took a week, came back. Now, when he came back, he told me that now he will not be spending at my house
Mm.
because the other woman was pregnant and she was sickly, so he needed to take care of her. In the name of love, that I love the appearance. Whenever I just see him, I just feel happy. I just rubbed everything, hurting inside, but pretending to be okay.
Mm.
You know,
Mm.
yeah. So it happened. So he went to the other side until the baby was born. He could just come once in a while, appear, disappear, until the baby was born. Now, when the
And you
baby was
still
born,
contained him as a husband.
Mm-hmm. Sorry,
According to you, you still had a husband.
I still had a husband. Whenever somebody could call me or what was, yeah, we are okay, we are fine, we are fine.
Mm.
Inside, I'm crying. Hmm? Hmm. So it happened. That's how it happened. So until the baby was born, African traditions, oh, the baby is born until
Mm.
until they finish those traditions. That's when you
Mm.
can see him, and by the time you see him,
Mm.
the incident about sharing, my friend who organized goons to come and kill us,
Mm.
her issue now had come up. Now the relationship was again messed up.
Then
Huh?
there are traditions when a baby is born that does not allow a man
Mm,
to attend to another wife.
that is what he said. The other woman said, now because this baby is born, this man will have to be here until the baby is a bit grown, and they have to be intimate first before he can come to your house. So
Gosh,
you have to
yeah.
wait for her to heal. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had to wait.
Mm.
I had to wait for months. For months. Yeah. So
So,
it was not really a very sweet marriage,
so
let me say.
finally, what triggered your moving out?
I think I just woke up one day and
You said
I
enough is
decided
enough.
that it was enough for me.
Mm.
Trying to beg a man every time. Oh, if we met and he was treating me so well with his wealth, then maybe I fell in love with him, I mean, sorry. You could say that that's up to you. You followed his money.
Mm.
Do you know that during the courtship, that one whole year,
Mm.
he only spent 500 on me? 500 shillings.
Yeah. So, in other
So
words, you just was craving to have
I
a
just wanted to
husband,
have a husband
or
because of my
to
children.
show the other man that you also can have a husband,
I also can have a husband,
because
and also for my children so that they will have a daddy.
mm,
But I was not just enough wise enough to choose well.
mm,
Yeah, I was not so wise. I was not very patient. I
mm.
rushed into it.
So how is
Yeah.
life after that tumultuous marriage?
Well, I feel more relaxed actually.
Have you again gone to another relationship?
Not yet. I'm taking my sweet time.
Life has taught you a lesson.
Life has taught me a very sweet lesson. Eh? Of course, a lot of men have proposed.
Mm,
People see me single
mm,
and they wonder why are you single and how are you single?
mm, mm.
It's like it's abnormality for some people
Yeah.
to see me that way, but that's the life I've chosen. I'm
Mm,
not in any hurry.
mm.
I want to I want to achieve something in life first.
Very good.
I want to advance in my career. I
Yeah.
want to get a better paying job,
Mm,
be stable. I want my children also I want them to feel my love
mm.
before I can introduce another man to them.
Along the way, all this winding and unwinding life, have you
Mhm.
ever had a chance to speak to a counselor?
There was one that I spoke with, but I don't know. It, I could not get the necessary help.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know if we were not just matching.
How do you think, okay, how do you think about your life now? When you sit down on your own and start
Mm-hmm.
reflecting on your life from the time
Mm-hmm.
you were born up to now, what are the things
Mm-hmm.
that come to your mind?
Okay, a lot of things like I've analyzed some things,
Mm.
and I see that there is that spirit of rejection
Spirit of
that
rejection.
has been moving around my life.
Mm-hmm.
People love you at first sight. People love you the first time you meet somebody. They love you. They love me so deeply, but then something just comes up
Mm.
that pushes them away.
Mm.
I've tried to really ask what could it be? Like in my most recent
Mm.
last marriage, I tried to really know what could be the problem. Is there anything in me that you don't like? Anything, whatever it can be, whatever it is. But the man never said anything. He
Mm.
kept saying, "Hakuna, there is no problem with you. You're just okay. You're perfect. You're everything." Then, if everything is okay with me, why are you turning your back on me? You
Mm.
know?
Mm.
So I've never understood what it is really.
Mm.
And also, I've also come to know that in this life, you have to be um, stable in mind. You have to be wise. Like in my case, I have to be really um, careful about the people that I relate to, the people in my circle. I have to be careful about them because there is also a lot of betrayals in my life. A lot of betrayals.
Mm.
I put and I trust too much. So I put people so close to me, and these people are the ones that goes to betray me. So you wonder why. I don't do bad things to people. I don't even talk about people. But then you go out there, you hear what somebody says about you. It's like, oh my God, I didn't know this about me. Yeah. And again, um, I'm not saying that my mind has really decided on that, but I don't see relationships working for me. So I've just seen that I have to work hard for myself because even in the relationship, you're not treated as a woman. You have a man, but you play the part of a man in that relationship. You provide more than what you receive. A woman wants to be treated well. A woman wants to be made a woman, not to be made a man, given the responsibilities of a man. So I've just seen it that I have to work hard for myself, provide for myself. In any case, anything that can come from a man, I should just take that as an additional thing, just like a token, a bonus, something like that, an appreciation. But I should just work so hard to provide for myself.